Revolver is remembered as one of the Beatles' crowning achievements, but its creation was far from harmonious. Among its many innovations, one track, She Said, nearly tore the band apart during recording. John Lennon introduced the song, drawing on a strange memory from an LSD trip in 1965. That night, Lennon, George Harrison, Ringo Starr, and fellow musicians Roger McGuinn, David Crosby, and Peter Fonda shared a hallucinatory experience. During the trip, Fonda recalled being revived after accidentally shooting himself as a child, claiming he knew what it felt like to be dead. The remark unsettled Lennon deeply, and its eerie resonance became the seed for the song's haunting lyrics. When it came time to shape the track in the studio, the atmosphere soured. Paul McCartney clashed with the others over the arrangement, his frustration mounting until he finally walked out of the session. George Harrison stepped in to record the bass part in his absence. Lennon's vision for the song, psychedelic, brooding, and existential, found its way onto tape, but the process exposed the widening fault lines within the group. Fans and historians have often noted that McCartney's resistance may have been about more than just music. At the time, he had been reluctant to join his bandmates in using LSD, making him the last Beatle to experiment with the drug. Lennon and Harrison urged him to try it, believing it would bring him onto their creative wavelength. McCartney hesitated, describing himself as cautious by nature and fearful that the drug might cause irreversible changes. When he finally relented and shared the experience with Lennon, the result unsettled him profoundly. What struck him most was the lack of control. Once the drug took hold, he realized he could not simply stop it, no matter how much he wanted the trip to end. Despite the tension surrounding She Said, Revolver became a triumph. Released in 1966, it sold more than 5 million copies in the United States and dominated the UK charts for 34 weeks, spending 7 of those at number 1. Over time, it has come to be regarded as not only one of the Beatles' greatest albums, but one of the most important in the history of recorded music. Alongside its controversial track, it offered enduring classics such as Eleanor Rigby, Yellow Submarine, Here, There, and Everywhere, and Tomorrow Never Knows. Yet the brilliance of Revolver was shadowed by a band increasingly divided. Artists pushing the limits of their craft while straining the bonds that held them together.